What's up, y'all? I'm Daniel, and today I wanted to talk about JND's new brand, KOJUN. Sure, we had two Presents videos showcasing 1 to 6 scale, the Joker and Bruce Wayne, but I didn't think they were enough. JND collectors want more information, and there were so many aspects of KOJUN that we're so proud of, but I haven't had the chance to convey them to y'all. So today, here we go. Now, do y'all know what JND's slogan is? That's right, it's stand apart. To stand apart is our goal. We want your collection to stand apart, to be special, for your visitors to see your collection and be amazed. We want to help your collection to stand apart by creating the most hyper-realistic figures. We've been striving to stand apart every day, and KOJUN is the result of these efforts. Let me explain how that is. KOJUN has 3 elements that I believe help it to stand apart. First, KOJUN is one of a kind. Second, KOJUN utilizes patented techniques. Lastly, KOJUN is hyper-real. Now, what makes KOJUN one of a kind? Easy, because we use silicone. It's the only 1 to 6 scale figure that uses silicone. It's not PVC, it's not resin. Well, why do we only use silicone? Why don't we make PVC sculpts as well? Well, we believe silicone is the material that best expresses the human skin. Nothing else comes close. There will always be limits to what PVC can express, no matter how well the painting is done. It's the property of matter that makes silicone different. And I'm not just talking about the texture. Light hits it and is reflected off of silicone differently. And when your brain registers it through your eyes, it registers similarly to how you register when you see real skin. But cameras can't register the same. That's why it's hard to tell from photos and videos. When you see it firsthand, it just registers different. And other materials just can't replicate its effect. If you are a JND collector, you already know. Again, we want our figures to look the most lifelike, so we only use silicone, even for the 1 to 6 scale action figures. Simple, but it's not that simple. Silicone is very difficult to make figures with. Why? You can't paint on it. Watercolor paint or oil paint don't sit on silicone very well. As a result, your painting expressions can't be very detailed. Sure, you can paint on it if it doesn't need a lot of detail, if it's a larger scale, but the 3rd scale, to express different hues of the skin and all the different textures on different body parts of the 3rd scale, it used to be impossible, let alone painting on silicone that's designed to be stretched and manipulated. But KOJUN has found a way to paint effectively on silicone. Detail painting with many layers. He's found a way, and you can see the result on our 1 to 3 scale statues, and you will see them on KOJUN action figures as well. The second way we stand apart KOJUN is through our patents. Specifically, we have a worldwide patent-approved technique, we have a patent-pending technique, and we have a patent in preparation. Now, what has already been patented? It's the patent for silicone eye socket production. Normally, when you're using a mold to produce these silicone heads, there's gonna be sockets for the glass eyes, right? Well, when the heads come out of the molds, a thin layer of silicone is formed around the edges of the eye sockets. It's unavoidable, and you have to go in by hand to remove these layers. It's a tedious task to use a blade to go around the individual eye sockets that are like this small. And you're bound to leave traces of them around the edges. It's one of the reasons why smaller scale silicone heads, mass production is just not possible. But KOJUN has come up with a technique that removes the whole process, now making it possible to produce in mass. We apply this patented technique to mass produce the most realistic 3rd scale silicone heads, and now we apply it to the 6 scale action figures. Then what's patent pending? Patent pending means the design or the utility has been researched and deemed worthy for patent application by the patent lawyers and is now in the process of review by different patent offices around the world. So what's patent pending for us? It's the joints. KOJUN joints are specially designed to be like nothing else. They are hyper-realistic joints. We have designed joints that effectively mimic real human joints. The neck not only swivels around one point, it has multi-points where manipulation is possible, allowing poses that have never been done before. Realistic, natural-looking poses. Just check out the photo of KOJUN the Joker, bending down and looking up into Bruce Wayne's eyes. This would not be possible without KOJUN Works joints. Plus, the joints are hidden beneath silicone skin, hence invisible joints. We've constructed these hands to be included in the Type C versions with invisible finger joints. Of course, it's difficult to construct these joints. Of course, they take 10 times longer in production. Of course, they are costly, but we had to have it. They allow action figures to be posed more realistically and more naturally than ever before. Now, we also have a technique that is in preparation for patent application. And this is the glass eyes that can be manipulated simply through magnets. Did you see the video? How cool was that? The third element that sets KOJUN Works apart is the hyper-realism itself. Now, statue collectors loved statues for the realistic poses and the appeal of the mass in display. The portrait was less important because a lot of them were comic book characters. And y'all remember back in the day, we didn't get statues necessarily for the portraits. Action figures were great because they started coming out with more and more accurate portraits. The progression was amazing, but the poses were restricted by the designs of the joints. That's why many of us had our action figures just standing up tall with maybe some manipulation of the arms and the neck. Well, James Park was a statue enthusiast and KOJUN was an action figure creator. And the two met to form JND Studios. And what happened? The realistic poses of the statues came together with the realistic portraits of action figures in a beautiful marriage to form the hyper-real 1:3 scale statue lineup. Then there was the evolution. The realistic poses of the 3rd scale were transferred over to the 6th scale thanks to the patent-pending invisible joints, while the realistic portraits were improved in the 6th scale through the use of silicone and JND silicone painting techniques. It's like the best of both worlds. Statues and action figures got together and had a baby, and the baby was KOJUN Works. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but this is exactly why I'm so excited about it. KOJUN Works is JND Studios' product line of 1/3 scale statues shrunken down into the 6th scale action figures while not losing any of its hyper-realistic characteristics. These 3 elements of KOJUN Works are the direct result of our drive to achieve what our slogan says, to stand apart. Yeah, it's gonna take some time for JND collectors to find out about it firsthand. That's why I cannot wait till our 6th scale figures finally reach the hands of our collectors. Only then will you be able to truly know what I'm talking about, the value that I'm trying to convey. I wish I could speed up production. I wish all of our collectors could visit our office and have a chance to play around with the Joker and Bruce Wayne on display. But for now, I think the best we could do is to continue to make these contents to show you and to inform you while we continue to work in production to make sure that what we preach is what actually turns out. By the way, KOJUN Works Bruce Wayne, I believe, is still open for pre-orders. Go check it out on our website. Another aspect of Bruce Wayne I want to mention. The hair is not rooted this time. It is silicone. Why didn't we go with rooted hair? Well, we tried. We tried both rooted hair and silicone, and the decision was made that silicone just looks better. I'm not saying that they're all going to be silicone from now on. The decision will depend always on what looks better and more natural. I think Bruce Wayne's hair looks great, and you don't have to worry about the details being degraded in production. There's going to be no constriction with the material, so I think you'll be happy with how it turns out. Also, even right now, we're continuing to improve upon the original prototype that you see in the photos. The suit is being improved. The painting is improving. If you ordered KOJUN Works Bruce Wayne, I promise you will not be disappointed in production. You know how we do. That's all I got for today. Thanks to all the JND collectors for the positive comments and the continued support for what we do. Stay tuned for more 1/3 scale and 1/6 scale hyper-realistic figures coming in 2024. We got some great ones in the lineup. Thanks for watching. Join us as we make your collection stand apart.